All right, so this is something that I've found that a lot of people struggle with, especially beginners who are new to 3-2. This strategy is not faster, but it is extremely consistent, and so I figured I would showcase it. I'm not going to take credit for the discovery of this or anything because there's absolutely no way that somebody else hasn't found this, but I just figured I'd make a video of it to showcase that it exists, especially if newer runners are coming in and are really struggling with this part. So, we are currently at the Carmelita shooting section, or I guess like the Bentley sniping section of Operation Mooncrash, the final job of Rumble Down Under. And typically, a lot of people really struggle with like shooting Carmelita on the far end. By the far end, I mean like the left side and even the right side can be a little tricky because Carmelita can sometimes get stuck on the rock if you shoot her in a certain spot and fall in the water. It can take forever, and if you just wait for Carmelita to like stop and shoot twice, it can be really, really slow. But I'm here to showcase an easy strat that once again is not faster, but just makes this a lot easier. So the way this works is right after Sly finishes this line here of like Bentley could use a little help here. Don't even bother pulling out your binocucom. As soon as Bentley closes it, if you have adrenaline burst, you can do it, but like otherwise just run off and fail the job. Now, immediately after you fail the job, what you're going to do is you're going to hold down on the analog stick. Do not run, just walk. That is absolutely fine. And you're going to let go of the stick and open the binocucom as soon as you see the Sly logo reach its maximum size. After that, you, like I said, pull out the binocucom, you just zoom in as much as you can, and Carmelita will be like in one of three different spots, and you're gonna have to put your binocucom in a very different position, like not very different, like slightly different position, but it'll generally be around the same place, but sometimes she'll be around the bottom of the one drill, which will be really annoying. You'll just have to aim your binocucom in a very peculiar spot. But anyways, so like I said, press X after this, walk, like for just a little second. Sometimes the thing won't show up, but like Karm will just be there like that. And because we walked back a little bit, we'll be in a position where like she can't shoot us. So obviously right there, I just keep pumping her full of sleep darts, and then she would be great. Like I said, if the binocucom or the binocucom, if the one animation of the Sly logo doesn't play, if you just fade to black, then you pretty much just want to stand like around here. You don't want to walk too far back because then like that's gonna happen where your shot's gonna get obscured by the landmark. So let me see if I can actually showcase a few more of these angles. So like, yeah, if it goes there, and that's one of the more annoying shots, like you have to put it in a very particular spot. If your aim is off, then you can aim it in like a very bad spot and just end up shooting the top of the drill. But like I said, I stopped mashing there for a brief moment. That would be perfectly consistent. Boost, boost, boost. Maximum size, stop, waits. She's in the same spot. Fire away. Again, that spot right here that I'm shooting at, this is going to be the most annoying one. It's very easy if you're a little too far to the right to just hit the drill, but just aim to the right spot. And then there's another one where she can go like slightly to the right of this drill. Sort of like that. Surprised I've gotten that spot 3 times. That's normally one that she doesn't go to very often. Yeah, wow. Okay. You can see though that like as soon as you just wait for her to stop and then shoot her, this is still very consistent. There we go. And then in that scenario, you would just aim slightly to the right of the drill. You could just keep pumping her full of sleep darts here. You can see, based on where we're standing, you're never going to get shot. Just keep firing away. Just keep mashing R1. And you should absolutely be perfectly safe here. Farm cannot do anything to you. That strategy loses 3.5 seconds to community gold, but it is extremely consistent. So if you're not great with the binocucom shooting, I highly recommend that everybody learn this, especially beginners. And not to mention, if you get shot by Karm at any point and she moves on, you're going to have to take another 3.5 seconds to shoot her again, and then keep on pumping her full of sleep darts, which in actuality is going to break even with this. So, yeah, overall, if you're really struggling with this part, I would really recommend this fail abuse. It's just cool. It's cool to have, and especially with the Aces competition and everything around, it makes it consistent, and it makes this section a lot easier. Now, the only part you really have to worry about is the Guru section. So, there you go.